Hello everyone and welcome to our very first webcast. My name is Rick Strom. I am the office administrator here at Cherokee Broadband. You can find us at CherokeeBroadband.com. We are starting our first big social media campaign. We haven't done a whole lot. We've had a Facebook page, but we are now adding a Twitter. We're adding an Instagram. We're adding even a Snapchat. Snapchat has become very popular with businesses, and we're going to be right there. We've got a few things that I'll talk about today. First, I'll tell you who we are, what we do. For all of our customers out there that have stuck with us, we appreciate your business. We appreciate you being a valued customer of Cherokee Broadband. For anybody just kind of passing by, welcome. For future customers, hopefully, and clients that we can earn your business in the future with the expansion of Cherokee Broadband, we welcome you and hope that one day we'll be able to do that. A little background about Cherokee Broadband. We were started in 2008 as a tribal enterprise. We have recently, in 2016, been pulled in by Tribal Council as a tribal utility. The difference is tribal utility, they see internet now, they being the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, Tribal Council, and everybody here at Cherokee Broadband, and I'm sure a lot of you out there as well. We view internet as once a luxury. We didn't need it. Internet has now moved into the necessity realm. Meaning that, of course, you're going to be gaming. Of course, there's going to be lots of Netflix streaming. But what about distance learning? What about North Carolina moving to all online textbooks here? Only the western part of the state, the rural part of the state, has held that back, so to speak. And what about telemedicine? How nice would it be to have someone up, an elder member up in Big Y, Big Witch, all the way down into Old Soco, Washington Creek, be able to have a CNA or a nurse come out, take their vitals, be able to be face-to-face with their doctor without leaving the comfort of their home. This is what broadband can offer you. This is what broadband of the future and right now offers. And this is where Cherokee Broadband is going. You'll ask, well, why haven't you done it before? Well, Cherokee Broadband right now currently has a 300 meg network through Balsam West. We are an all wireless ISP or internet service provider, meaning that if you can't see our tower, you can't get our service. If you can see our tower in the winter, but then in the summer the leaves pop up or a tree grows and interferes with your wireless connection, you can't get our service. What's changing? Well, what's changing is that the tribe, council, members of our community see it again as a necessity. See that if we don't build it, we being the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, build our network out, you won't find anybody else to come in and do it. They just don't see a return on investment. Is it an expensive investment? Of course it is. For those of you that don't know, and I didn't know until we started getting into it, fiber, 1 mile of running fiber is roughly around $60,000. That's if you don't meet the terrain that Western North Carolina presents itself with. Your rock, all that good stuff. If you're living in the sands of Florida, put some fiber in the ground and let's roll. Put a tower up and blast it to everybody, and let's roll. Everybody has high-speed internet. Here in the mountains, terrain is our biggest challenge. We can put a tower up. If you can't see it, it doesn't work. With the fiber coming, there is a huge fiber build out, like I said. We're working directly with EBCI IT and Verizon Wireless to strengthen all of the towers in the area, either with new towers or adding on to our existing towers and building in fiber to all of our towers. So now we'll have a fiber backbone. For those that aren't familiar with fiber, you can have all the fiber in the world, but if you don't have the bandwidth to go with that fiber, you're having a superhighway with one lane of traffic. And that's not going to work. The bandwidth offers the lanes on that fiber and opens it up to being able to come to real-world standards. President Obama, before he left office, was quoted as saying, and he even passed an initiative saying that if you are offering your clients below 25 megs per household or per user, you are not even considered broadband. Our current packages here at Cherokee Broadband are 1 and 4 megs, which while that was good in the early 2000s, it's not so good now. It's kind of like dial-up standards. I hate to say that. Cherokee Broadband's network right now is at full capacity, at being on a 300 meg network, but that's all about to change. We are in negotiations with Balsam West, who is our bandwidth provider, and who the tribe owns half of, along with Drake Industries, out of Franklin, for a 10 gig network. Every 1,000 megs is 1 gig, so we'll have a 10 gig network, which will be 10,000 megs compared to what we have right now, which is 300 megs. So you can see we're going to open it up. That's going to allow us to bring real-world packages, internet speeds of 25, 50, and 100 megs. And before you start saying, hey, what's this going to cost us? The prices will go up, but we are going to remain unlimited data. Not unlimited bandwidth, but unlimited data. Unlimited data meaning no data caps, no overages. And a lot of our competitors have that. One of our main competitors in town has data caps. We will not be having data caps. Use it as much or as little as you want. Same monthly rate every month. So no surprises. We'll also be able to take out and be able to compete with the likes of Frontier. Frontier, which offers, I think, the max you can get in our area is 6 megs. That's not going to increase at any time soon. And while 6 megs is better than what we offer right now with our top speed of being 4 megs, it won't be able to compare when we start putting 25, 50, and 100 megs to the house. Now, before you get too excited, thinking that fiber is going to come directly to your house, it may or may not, depending on the cost. But what it's going to allow us to do is be able to take the fiber up out of the ground, put a small footprint tower back in the ground, and be able to shoot into all the hollers, all the little nooks and crannies here in the mountains, and be able to provide service. Or we'll be able to go through and be able to utilize Duke Energy and have pole tap sprint agreements to where we can put our equipment on there as well. Our goal here at Cherokee Broadband, before as we were an enterprise of the tribe, we were gathering as much business as we could. We were doing network servicing. We were doing camera surveillance. We were even fixing computers. No longer. Our main goal with the tribe is to bring internet to the people. High-speed bandwidth reliability with 24/7 365 customer service. Now, with that 24/7 365 customer service, and a lot of people are like, well, I went out or I disconnected my cable on a Saturday. If it's a isolated event, our hours are Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock to 4:30 p.m. We also run on the same time as the tribe. Meaning that if they're off, the EBCI, that is, off on admin or holiday, so is Cherokee Broadband. We do work 24/7, 365 for major network outages only, not isolated events. So if you unplug your router and you don't know which cable you put it in, that's going to be normal business hours. If a tower goes down, depending on weather, obviously, we're not going to go out and risk employees' lives in a snowstorm or an ice storm or a major thunderstorm or hurricane. I know we don't get a lot of those, but they do come up the coast. We are not going to risk our employees for that. But when weather permitting, we will bring everybody back online. Okay, so what does this mean for you? It means that high-speed internet is coming. The timeline, hopefully by 2018 spring, hopefully sooner if we can get it going, but definitely by 2018. We'll be able to start implementing this. Before that happens, you will see Verizon 4G LTE service. I know everybody's, you can get service. You go up past, Heritage Townhomes. You're isolated. You go into Big Y, Big Witch. That's all going to change. So most likely you will see the Verizon 4G LTE cell service first, followed by Cherokee Broadband high-speed internet second. And again, it will be just wireless. We will have fiber in the ground. Fiber backbone will give us the redundancy we need, also give us the speeds we need. Working in collaboration with Balsam West is giving us the bandwidth we need. It all ties in. You can have the fiber without the bandwidth, it's no good to you. You can have the bandwidth without the fiber, it's no good to you. You can have all wireless with a bunch of bandwidth, and a storm comes and it might not work. With fiber and bandwidth, we're all going to be very happy. And that's the goal here at Cherokee Broadband. So guys, without becoming too lengthy, I'm going to put up, I'm going to show you here in the next clip all of our social media handles, that is, with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. We even have Snapchat. So I'm going to show all of that and the new revamped CherokeeBroadband.com. Guys, don't hesitate. I want this to be an interactive show. I know right now we're just getting the ball rolling, but one day I'd love to see this to be a live show on a Thursday or Friday. I'd like to have live call-in. But right now, I would love to have some of your questions where we could answer them right here on the show. Go to CherokeeBroadband.com. On any of our web pages, you'll see a contact information form. Fill out your first name, last name, email address, how we can contact you, telephone number, and provide a question. We'd love to answer it here on the show. So stay tuned. I'm going to fade in, fade out, and show you a little bit about our social media and our CherokeeBroadband.com. Guys, we look forward to making this as much fun as we can. And thank you again to everybody who's watching, and we look forward to hearing from you.